Hello and welcome back to In the Think Tank. I'm Pastor Devin. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. You know, I have a question. Why did you, or why would anyone want to become a Christian? Now, over the years, I've heard different answers to that question. One was because I thought it was a good idea. Well, it is a good idea, but it should be a whole lot more than that. Or because they wanted to be a better person. Let me tell you something. You don't have to become a Christian to become a better person. There's nothing to do with that. You know, becoming a Christian is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. And when you have a relationship with Him, you have this love relationship with Him, and He provides a place for you for all eternity. You never have to face death. The reason we become a Christian is because we want to live in heaven one day. The problem is we go around and we tell people, hey, do you want to live in heaven with us? And they really could care less. Because you know what the world talks about more than heaven? They talk about hell. We're going to party in hell. This is going to be this in hell. It's going to be that in hell. That is not what hell is going to be like. And we tell people, and we don't really tell people what heaven is. We tell them it's going to be great. We don't tell them how great it's going to be. If you read in Revelation, John ends the book. Jesus ends the book with John talking about how great heaven is going to be. There's no more pain, no more sickness, no more suffering, no more lies, no more worrying about anybody coming after you. None of that stuff is going to happen. You don't have to worry about anybody posting something bad about you on social media. None of that's going to happen in heaven. You're going to have everything that you desire. It says in John, He's building a mansion for you. Specifically, you and mine. Heaven's so great that the streets are made out of gold and the gates are made out of pearls and out of all these precious gems on the walls, because heaven's so great that the stuff that we think is so valuable on earth will be meaningless in heaven, because the stuff He has inside the city is so much greater than we can imagine. And that brings us to a wonderful verse. 1 Corinthians 2:9. It's a great verse to memorize. I think you should memorize this verse next to John 3:16, because it tells you, it basically says in the verse that no mind can even imagine how great a place that God is preparing for us. I want you to do me a favor. Close your eyes. Now I want you to imagine the best thing ever. Because we use our imagination to say we're always the hero, right? The story always turns out right. So imagine the most fun thing you could ever imagine. The thing that makes you the most happy. You know, you can imagine you're a superhero. You can imagine that you have all the chocolate in the world. I don't know what your happy place is, but go there and imagine it. And put yourself in the story and imagine how great it is. Now, once you're done, I want you to open your eyes and realize something. When you imagine things, you know, it always works out, right? But in the real world, our imaginations don't always work out the way we hope they will, do they? It doesn't usually, it falls way short of what we imagine. Here's what God's saying in 1 Corinthians 2:9. He's saying, you can imagine and try to imagine everything you possibly can about heaven, and you won't even come close to what the reality of heaven's going to be. It's going to be so great that you can't even imagine everything that's going to be there. That's how great a place God has for us. And that's what the world needs to know. They're looking for something better, looking for a reason to live, a reason to follow Jesus, a reason to do anything right now, actually, to be honest. Well, give them that reason by telling them how great heaven's going to be. And let them use their own imaginations. Then read that verse to them. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Can't say enough. 1 Corinthians 2:9. And Kyle, hey, why don't we put that at the bottom of this vlog? Would that be good?
We can do that.
That could be great. 1 Corinthians 2:9. What a wonderful verse. That God's preparing a place for us so great that we can imagine, we can try to imagine all we can, but you cannot out-imagine God. And when you get there, He won't disappoint, because it's going to be even better than we can imagine. What better way to describe heaven? And why is Jesus doing it? Well, real simple. Because Jesus loves you, I love you, and you are awesome.